everyone, welcome in lockdown cooking. Today we are going to make some bread. And what do we need for this? We will need 500 grams of flour. Now the best thing to do is to get strong flour. I couldn't find any. I have self-raising flour. I'm going to try to do it with this. It should work, to be honest. 500 grams. I've already weighed that in forehand, so we don't waste too much time. Next thing we need is yeast. You will need 3.5 grams of yeast. If you don't have one of these fancy scales, it's roughly a teaspoon of yeast. So if you take a teaspoon out of your dried yeast, that will be all right. I've already done it here, so I'm cool. If you have one of these packages, they always are 7 grams, so you just do half of it. That can work. Next thing we need is 300 milliliter of water. I just put 310 just in case. Make sure the water is lukewarm. If it's cold, the yeast will not really react really well, so you need to activate that yeast. So make sure it doesn't have to be, no, make sure it's not boiling, but make sure it's quite lukewarm, okay? A bit of sugar, just a little bit, and a little bit of salt. Okay, so I've tied my hair, I've washed my hands, and let's make some bread. Okay, first things first. Right, we would like to put the yeast in the water here. There you go. In order to make the yeast, to wake the yeast up, to make it activate, I'm just putting a little bit of sugar, just a tiny little spoon, nothing crazy. And I'm going to be mixing this. You can do this easily for 5 minutes if you want to. There we go. Okay, next one. We'd like to add, let's say, half a tablespoon of salt in our flour. It's roughly something like this for me. Don't put too much. I think it's a little bit too much actually, but hey, it's gonna be alright. Okay, and then we are going to mix our yeast with the flour. Now some people like to do it on the table. You put it on the table, you make a well, you mix it like this. That works too, whatever you like, it's all cool. Just to try to create a bit less mess here, I'm just going to do it in a bowl. So gradually mix it, just like that. Up. Bring it all together with your fork. Okay, and now it's really important part of making bread is the kneading. Alright, now you might find that if it's a little bit too sticky, just add a bit of flour, that works. Okay. Okay, if you see what I'm trying to do here, I am flattening it out, and then I fold it on itself. Okay, look at this, and you keep on going. And you can do that easily for a good 10 minutes. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to add a lot of air in here, and then the yeast will then create these air bubbles in there, and this is how you are going to have your bread. Okay. Now, there's loads of techniques. You can have fun on the internet, spend days watching all these videos. Some people tend to stretch it like this. I just like to keep on folding. Flatten it, fold it, flatten it, fold it. I've seen people rolling it like this. That's quite fun to do. Make a big sausage, there you go, whatever works for you. Also, another technique I can teach you is don't push with your muscles, but use your weight. If you can see, I use my shoulders. I go with my shoulders over the dough, and using my weight like this, I kind of like helps it to make it flat. There you go. That looks good enough for me. I could do this for a little bit longer, but to save some battery and to save some space on the SD card, I will just leave it like this for today. Let's just see if it will work. Okay, let's get a clean bowl. There you go. What I'm going to do now is I am going to put a little bit of oil, really not that much, in here. There you go. I'm going to use a bit of kitchen towel. I don't have to use too much, and make sure it all goes on the sides and a bit everywhere. There you go. Put my bread in there. I'll just make sure it's completely coated with yolk. And I'm going to leave it in there for a good 2 hours. You're going to see it you're going to see it rising, and then we're going to come back and work a little bit more on this. Two different things you can do now, either put cling film or a damp towel, your choice. I'm going to put a damp towel over it, so make your towel red. Well, make sure you wring it really well. There we go. And leave it like this. Now what you need to do is to find a warm place where you can put it, somewhere warm. So let's just put it on the side here. Okay. And we're gonna make it rest for 2 hours. Okay, see you in 2 hours. Now, I did say leave it for 2 hours. I've been so busy that I didn't keep track of time, but it's actually 3 hours later. So should we have a look at what happened here? So have a look at this. It's like more than doubled in size. What we're going to do at this point is we're going to flatten this out. So I'm going to put a little bit of flour here. Okay, and there we go. Nothing more, just a tiny bit. You can see it should be quite sticky at this point. Alright, let's have a look how it works. Yeah, beautiful. It's really, really sticky. Alright, I'm gonna... Oh, there you go here. Fantastic. I'm gonna smash the air out here. And I'm just doing this just to make sure. Look, I'm doing it around so there's a bit of flour everywhere. Look, I'm going to gather this flour here. Get this flour like that. Beautiful. Alright, so if I smash the air out a little bit here, I'm just going to make sure there's not like one part of bread with a big bubble and one with small bubbles. So I'm making it all even, if you see what I mean. Okay, so look at this. There we go. And what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to, nothing more than that, make it even. I'm going to roll it up, just like this. Okay, if you see, I have a fold here. We don't want this, so we're going to make it like really nicely shaped. Look at this, guys. Okay, that looks really good for me. So what I'm going to do is I've prepared a tray with some greaseproof paper on it. I'm going to add just a little bit of flour here. If you don't have greaseproof paper, you can just add a bit more flour, a bit of olive oil on your tray, and that will do the job. That is fine. So, got my bread here. I'm going to put it in the middle. Nice and beautiful. And I'm going to put some cling film over it. And I'm going to make this one rise again until it's roughly double its size. Okay, so that could last maybe for half an hour, maybe an hour. Let's see how it goes. Okay, I'll see you back later. Now we are good 45 minutes later. You can see it's like nearly doubled in size, and we're nearly ready to put this one in the oven. So let's just take the cling film off. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to coat a little bit with water. I've got water in this tray here. I'll show you later what we do with this tray. So if I gently put a bit of water, a bit everywhere here, that will just give it this really nice shine. Okay, now I'm going to put this tray in the oven. The oven is preheated at 200 degrees for the moment. Put it at the bottom of the oven, and that will create the water will evaporate and will just make this crust look crispy. Right, just to make it like have a rustic look, just going to put a little bit of flour on top and make it look good. Sorry, probably didn't see like this. Here we go. Last thing I'll do, my bread, is I'm just gonna score it a bit here just to make it look good. If your bread is round, you can put a cross in there. So what I'm going to do is just I'm going to score it a bit like this. Nice and gentle. There you go. Okay. Now, here is the rule. I'm going to put my bread for 25 minutes at 200 degrees Celsius. After that, I'm going to reduce it to 180 degrees and I'm going to leave it for 15 more minutes. Okay, so repeat, 200 degrees for 25 minutes and 180 degrees for 15 minutes. Okay, I'll have a tray of water at the bottom. It will make the air moist while it's cooking. Let's do this. Okay, 45 minutes. Let's get him out. Haha. There is our bread. Beautiful. Oh, really warm. Okay. Should we cut it in two to have a look how it looks inside? Wow. Do you hear it crunching? Beautiful. Okay. And that's it. As simple as that. How to bake bread. Right. I hope you enjoy it and give it a try. See you later everyone. Thank you for watching and keep safe. Look after each other. Bye.